Yes. Good morning, children. Let us move to the eighth chapter International Economic Organizations. Now, we have finished the seven lessons. I think you would have tested yourself by writing tests in the first seven chapters. It is not needed that we teachers must check you as it is in the COVID position. We teachers are not able to meet you personally, so you children must plan yourself and should have written the test in part B, part C, and D. Now, in the International Economic Organization, let us see Rudy Dobish has said a foreign capital infinitely prefers situations where the upside potential is vast, but the risk must be taken to get in. Now, you can see the world map in which International Economic Organization is brought forth in order to bring the trade and to see the welfare of the people and as the trade to promote the trade. Now let us see the learning aspects, the meaning of the International Economic Organization. Now, as it is said, in the learning objectives, it is said about the economic organization is to see the global business, global monetary cooperation, enhancing it. And not only that, you're going to see in this chapter about the 188 countries which have been working to foster we up to this situation, among 191 countries, 188 countries are involved in the international economic organizations. Now you can see the main learning objectives of this concept is that to role of the economic organizations to the global business and the objective functions of the achievements of the IMF, World Bank, and WTO. That is IMF, WB, WTO, and to study the trade blocs SARC, ASEAN, BRICS to know the objectives, functions, and achievement. Why for this all these organizations are brought forth is to know the global monetary cooperation and secure financial stability and to facilitate international trade and to promote the high employment and sustainable economic growth and reduce around the world. Now, we would have seen the last chapter about the trade gains, terms of trade, BOP, foreign exchange, and we would have analyzed about the LDC, that is, less developed countries suffer the trade as in the place of 1930, the Great Depression, which led to 1930s or the World War II. After that only they had a planning to enhance the trade, so they planned for. Now you can see the founders of the bank of IMF and the photos of John, that is John J.M. Keynes, known as John Maynard Keynes, who is in the right, and Harry Dexter White, who is the fathers of both World Bank and IMF. The right, J.M. Keynes, the left side is that is Harry Dexter White, the photos of the persons who had brought the conference, Bretton Woods Conference of IMF and World Bank and international trade in 1944. The IMF, which was in 1945, an ITO interim arrangement, and the GATT General Agreement on Tariff and Trade, and the WTO is the World Trade Organizations in 1995. So the IMF, IBRD, WTO headquarters, you have got a present of table over here. Now the major divisions of IMF, International Monetary Fund, WB, World Bank, WTO, World Trade Organizations. Now, learning objectives of this actually to know about this, to understand the role of international economic organization and to know the objectives of function and achievements of all these banks, to study the objectives and functions of SARC and ASEAN. Now, let us see what is International Monetary Fund. This actually is come into the existence as that is The purpose of it to secure and promote economic and financial cooperation. This was established to assess the member nations' balance of payments disequilibrium in the short term. At present, IMF has 189 member countries with the Republic of Nauru joined in 2016. Now, you can see this IMF, it is actually created to promote economic financial cooperation among member countries, to assess the member nations to over the balance of payments and disequilibrium. 189 countries, Republic of Nauru joined in 2016. You can see a picture below where the Republic of Nauru, a tiny South Pacific island nation in Pacific Ocean, became the 189th member of the IMF and the World Bank IBRT. Now let us see the objectives of IMF. Actually, IMF was created to promote the monetary cooperation among the member nations and to facilitate the faster and balanced growth of international trade, to ensure exchange rate stability, to reduce exchange control imposed by member nations, to establishment of the multilateral trade, to promote capital flow from developed to developing countries, to solve the problem of international liquidity. Now, what are the functions of IMF? That is, actually, IMF, International Monetary Fund, was created in the thing to bring the stability in exchange, bringing stability in exchange rate, where they want to emphasize on devaluation, that is, to exchange rates and to also to buy or sell gold at prices declared per value. Correcting BOP disequilibrium, helping the member countries. What is it? Helping the member countries and in their balance of payments and selling or lending foreign currencies. Next one, determining pair values. This creates them according to the articles of agreement. IMF ensures smooth working of the international monetary system in favor of some developed countries. Balancing DD and SS of the currencies. What do you mean by DD? Demand. Balancing DD is demand and SS is demand and SS is supply of the currencies. Maintaining balance between the demand and supply. Maintaining balance between demand and supply. And scarce currency and a great demand can increase and supply by borrowing it from the other country by the purchasing of the same currency in the exchange of gold. Reducing trade restrictions, that is, trade barriers imposed on them. Removing restrictions on remittance of the funds or to avoid discriminating practices. Providing credit facilities, that's borrowing and credit facilities, and helping them in the credit facilities to extend their fund faculty for a period of 3 years. So as it is said in the financial, regulatory, consultative, and to assess the correct short-term deficit in BOP, code of conduct, and counseling and technical constancy. Now, what are the facilities offered by IMF? Facilities are basic credit facilities, that is, they provide member nations to overcome their temporary difficulties relating to the balance of payments. And not only that, extended fund facilities. They extend their fund facilities as 140% of the members' quota over the basic credit facilities. And not only that, period of 3 years to the rate of interest is very low. So this is the extended fund facility. Compensatory financing facilities. In 1963, they provided the assistance to have facing a shortfall in the export earnings. In 1981, the coverage of compensatory financial facility was extended and the problem was solved by waiving the fluctuations, the cost of cereal inputs. The next one, buffer stock facility. Buffer stock facility was created in the year of 1969, which was a primary goods and producing countries and financing contributions and arrangements and stabilization of the primary product prices. Next point is a supplementary financing facility. IMF makes a temporary arrangements to have to provide supplementary financial assistance to the member countries facing problems relating to their present quota and sizes. So the last point in this structural adjustment facility, where in 1986 SAF structural adjustment facility 1986 March 1986 additional balance of payments concessional terms to the poorer member countries was created. In December 1987, ESAF was created, Enhanced Structural Adjustment, where this was created to have the concessional resource to the low income countries and to force the poor countries to undertake strong macroeconomic and structural programs to improve the balance of payments positions and promote economic growth. Now, what are the achievements? Now, when you want to see the achievements of the IMF, establishment of monetary reserve fund, monetary discipline and cooperation, special interest in the problems of UDCs. These were all the achievements of IMF. As this was created, there was a major role in achieving the sizable stock of national currencies and to meet the foreign exchange of requirements to the member countries, and not only that, to show a keen interest in maintaining monetary discipline, cooperation among the member countries, and to provide the assistance to the countries which need their efforts to solve their problems. And the special interest in problems were the notable success of the developing countries and the financial assistance to all these balance of payment. And UDCs continue to be having the developed countries have achieved sustainable growth. Now let us see the India and IMF. Now, how far India is being benefited through IMF? How far India is being benefited through IMF? That is, India stood fifth in the fund till 1970. India stood fifth position in the 1970, and permanent executive director was appointed. India has been they had the power to become the permanent executive director, and India is one of the major beneficiary of the fund assistance also, and India is getting fund from time to time, regularly repaying the debt. India's current quota in IMF is 5,821.5 million, and India benefited in certain other aspects from the membership of the fund apart from the receiving loans. So, in the way we are being benefited, that is, you may say, what is SDR? SDR, fiat money of IMF. Fiat, a potential claim on underlying currency basket. And SDR, special drawing rights. And SDR created the world reserve currency and create global liquidity. Now, how far SDR is being created? It's been defined as an equivalent to the grams of fine golds, which at the time is equivalent to a US dollar. Now, let us go to the next organization, IBRD or World Bank. IBRD is known as International Bank for Reconstruction and Development. It is otherwise known as World Bank. So, both the names which we call upon is same only. So, IBRD is otherwise called as World Bank and is established in 1945 under the Bretton Woods Conference in 1944. This purpose is to bring a smooth transition from wartime to peacetime economy. You must see that wartime to peacetime, an opposite terming of wartime to peace economy, as it is known as sister institution along with the IMF. What is it called? Sister institution to the IMF. And not only that, the membership of the monetary fund is to become a member of IBRD and to bring out the financial assistance. Now, you can see here the World Bank, a group which has got the headquarters founded and the member countries and purpose. IBRD, headquarters Washington, founded in the year of 1944. The member countries are 189 and development and poverty reduction is the purpose. IDA is the the International Development Association, which is headquarters Washington. It was created in 1960 and member countries is 173. So what is the purpose of this IDA? Development and poverty reduction. The next World Bank group is IFC, that is International Finance Corporation, where Washington is the headquarters, 1956 created, and 184 member countries, and the main purpose private sector development and poverty reduction. MIG, next one, MIGA, Multilateral Investment and Guarantee Agencies, headquarters Washington, 1988, and 180 member countries, and the purpose political risk insurance, foreign direct investment. The next World Bank group is ICSID. It's known as International Center for the Settlement of Investment Disputes. Washington headquarters, founded in 1969. Member countries are 163. The main purpose is international arbitration. So, in this table, you can see this World Bank group. The purpose for all this created under IBRD, IDA, IFC, MIGA, ICSD, all the risk factor, that is purpose is development and poverty reduction, and foreign exchange investment. This, so they gave more priority to the poverty oriented countries were underdeveloped countries. Now, what are the objectives of World Bank? To help the economic reconstruction of development, to ensure balanced development of international trade, and to provide infrastructure in member nations, to transfer war-ravaged economics into the peace economics, to supplement the foreign private investment. Now you can see the World Bank group, which I had been shown in the table there. World Bank group of WB, IDA, IFC, MIGA, and ICSID. Now the World Bank has changed its loans category to pay the enhances, and that is financing schemes which directly influence the well-being of poor. They have increased the amount to give out for the agriculture loans and to give for the spread of education among the rural areas, development of roads in the rural areas, electrification of the villages. So this particular point you can see is world's lending procedure is emphasized on the rural basis. Emphasized because most of our countries only developed this or one portion of it only. The remaining is in village based. So to uplift them, all these necessary things were given to uplift the poor people, so that the developing to this developed from the underdeveloped, it goes to the developing, then later on to the next stage. Now IBRD functions. IBRD functions: investment of productive purposes, balanced growth of international trade, provision of loans and guarantee, promotion of foreign private investments, and technical services. To reconstruction and development of territories of the nations, to the facility of it, and to maintaining equilibrium BOPs, and also to execute important projects, and to bring out the providing finance for the productive purpose for its own resources or from the borrowed funds. And not only that, technical services, World Bank facilitates technical services and to countries through staff college and experts.